Today we want to talk about the pre-step to follow before installing SAP system. The first point was sizing of the disk. That's already out of the way. This disk has been sized, and as you can see in my computer system, this is the Windows Server 2019 installed on a virtual machine. So the second point we are looking at tonight is setting the virtual memory. What does that mean? It means we are going to do two things. One is identifying your system by changing your host name. So to do that, you just head out to PC, you right click, give you head to properties, and kind of give you the system overview. And then when you head down here, you find a computer name, the full computer name, and computer description. So these three can be changed when you head out here. And right here, the computer description, you can give your computer description. And the naming conversion is that it should be more than 13 character. It's either on the small letters, just as you can see, or on uppercase or lowercase. So after you're reading that, you just go to change, and it's going to show you, give you the chance to change the computer name. So you're going to repeat the same name in this place, and then after that, it's going to give you a chance to say okay, and after that, you now say apply and okay. In my case, already set, so I don't need to reset it again. And when you do that, the system will ask you to restart your Windows. And after the restart, then you're gonna see effect is being given here. Why change this? Because it's very important, because during the installation, the system is gonna ask you of your host name, in other words, your computer name. So by changing it, it's more like the system came with a default a computer name, but you want to change it to yours, just as you do in your phone. Basically, if you buy a new phone, or you have a new email, you want to basically change the name, change the password to one that you basically want to use for yourself, not the one that comes with the system. So the same way you want to change the system, change the computer name to the one that suits you. The second point, when it comes to setting virtual memory, is basically allocating enough space for the virtual memory so that it can optimize the pace of the transaction later on. When using SAP system, you want it to be fast, and therefore you want to allocate more space to the virtual memory. So how do you do that? Since you are just right here, you want to go to advanced setting, and it takes you to advanced. Like you can see here, performance. Under performance, so virtual effects, processor scheduling, memory usage, and virtual memory. Sorry. So here you go for setting, and you want to go for advanced, and here is where you change your virtual memory. By default, it comes with about 2 GB, but you want to make sure that you increase this, because here the virtual memory, a paging file, is an area on the hard disk that Windows uses as it equal RAM. So it's a very nice. So you just go ahead and you wanna by default it is automatically check. So you want to uncheck it so that you can head that to your E drive. And now if you go to your system during installation of your Windows, you do have two partitions here, right? You have the C local drive, and then you have the E. So here's where you install your Windows system. The second one is where you want to expand, you want to allocate a space here for the memory. So that is why you want to choose this one. And here, what is the size, the minimum size you can allocate to your memory, at least for SAP system. Here you need 20 GB. But if you want it to be faster, you can increase it to 30, 40 GB. In my case, I allocated 50 GB. In the initial size, this is in MB, it's advisable to reduce the size with 2 GB. So in my case, I add here 40 GB, which is 49152 in megabyte in MB. So in maximum size, you want to add it to the 50, which is 52 GB. So in MB is 53248. So I'm adding 50 GB in both in the initial, the 48 here and 50 here. So after doing that, you just say set and you say okay, and it's going to come straight away. So to get effect here, you have to restart your system, and then the RAM or the Windows, the disk will be expanded. The space will be allocated to the drive to which you gave. So since I've done mine, so I don't have to redo it again. So immediately, like I said, after you finish that, it's going to prompt you to restart your Windows system, and immediately you're going to see that the space is being allocated. So this is the second a pre-step before the installation of SAP system. So the next one is network adapter. So in my next video, I'm going to explain how we manage that, to change how to do the network adapter so that there's a connectivity within the system of SAP. So see you in the next one. Please like, subscribe, and comment to this video if you wish to know more about any subject in SAP system. So kindly make a request in the comment section. Take care, and see you in the next one.